Hello everybody, my name is Amazon Rex, and welcome to another live stream of the Survive series on the Astraea SMP server, or at least on my my own little corner of the Astraea SMP server. Today we are going to be working on this. This is a Roman-esque style bathhouse that I've been working on for... I don't know, between like designing and everything, like nearly a month. It is pretty massive. Let's go ahead and take a quick tour of everything over here. I'm gonna fly out real quick, and I think we'll do a quick little peeky from over here at the base. So as you can see, we have done a lot of terraforming. This used to be just kind of a sheer drop off, and it wasn't very nice looking. Of course, this was a jungle, and we've done a lot of tree removal. I've went ahead and kind of made this terraforming. It's so weird when it rains in the desert. It threw me off for a second, but I've made this kind of landscape block palette of jungle wood. Let me see if I can find some oak wood, some coarse dirt, and then threw in some bamboo shoots as well. It's been a lot of work. Like I said, I've been working on this since like designing it and everything for about a month now. And I've been building this in survival, I want to say about 2 weeks. I think it was the week before Thanksgiving. That's when I actually started this. Okay, great. Just making sure that I'm actually live on YouTube. So I was doing a test stream earlier. I'm like, is this working? Are all my noises making noises and all that proper stuff? So anyway, let's take a closer look at the building itself. I did some very, very preliminary research. Of course, it's raining while I'm streaming, but I did some very, very preliminary research on Roman bathhouse architecture. This is very lightly based off of the Stapian baths, which are in Pompeii, or were in Pompeii, but I think they've dug them up and have, excavated all of them since. But I wanted to use a lot of the new blocks that we have in game. I'm gonna go sleep really quick. Pardon me. Anybody else online? I should also update my status to streaming. There we go. Now we're all proper. Where is my bed? It was probably upstairs. To be fair, it is really cozy when it rains here. Just a little bit of vibes, just a smidge bit. Actually, yeah, I think I'll walk through the second floor area with the rain because I love it so much. Here we just had this kind of symmetrical walkway on either side. Voxy, you betray me. My ugly creeper / music disc farm back in the distance. But yeah, we have this symmetrical walkway with the facing being bone block and mushroom block. Lots of trees, lots of leaves kind of taking over the area. I wanted this to be a abandoned bathhouse that's just starting to return to nature. So we've got some vegetation poking through the roof. We got some vines growing down. I'll probably come back through and, make it a little bit more mossy, add some more glow lichen. But, the details we'll be working on later. I just wanted to get the main structure done first with a few of the details just to kind of give everybody an idea of what we're going to be working on. I'll lean more into it as I continue working on this build. I am going to sleep. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm really good at this. There we go. Okay. Just had to revamp chat in Twitch really quick. But yeah, down here in this main section, we have the Natatia, which is just basically an outdoor swimming pool at air temperature. Lots of blue in here. It was fun to finally use some blue blocks in some of these builds. This is the Palaestra. I feel so fancy knowing all of these Roman bathhouse architecture terms. But this is the Palaestra, which housed the gymnasium. Yes, we still use that word today. And I forget where I was going with it. Oh yeah, they would do like sporting events, stretching, you know, like play like ball and all that in these types of areas. I think later on I am going to come through and put in some equipment. I'll do that with vanilla blocks. There's a lot of armor stand potential with it as well. It's going to be really neat. Next, we have this kind of alcove area, again, using these shelf blocks a whole bunch for the support pillars and these beams over here. You'll see that I also have these scaffolding in like every other little alcove down here. The plan for the future is to put some Roman god statues using the Armor Poser mod in where these scaffolding little bits are. I have 12 different gods that I want to put in here. And basically the Romans stole the Greeks' homework when it came to the gods. So, yeah, I'll just be doing a bunch of research on the Greek ones just to, you know, make sure that I'm capturing their personalities and everything super well. But today, we are actually going to be working on the interior. I need to get the ceiling and everything done in here. There is another room and such behind there. I have done some work in here, obviously. You know, I'll walk through this really quick, just to kind of give you an idea, a taste of the future, if you will. And this will be spoilers for my next episode, but you know what? I don't care. It's fine. This is the Apoditarium. This is just basically the changing room. This is where people would store their personal items in these little cubbies before getting ready for the bath. I really, really like the color palette in here. We're going to be taking this red, this blue, this gray and black and kind of putting it through the entire bathhouse. Small little waiting room out here. I'll need to throw some benches, and of course I'll need to decorate everything. That bothers me, but I can't put, you know, shelves and corners like that. I had to pick a side. But it is going to bother me, and it still does. Next room, anyway, is the Frigidarium. I feel so fancy saying these words, but this is essentially a cold plunge bath. And if you've never done a cold plunge in your life and you have the opportunity to do so, do it. It's so fun. I got the opportunity to do so when I went on vacation last month, and it sucked, but it was also really, really fun too. It was kind of invigorating, and 10 out of 10 would do it again. If you ever get that opportunity, just don't think about it. Just do it. It's a lot of fun. 1 second, time for water. I gotta stay hydrated. Anyway, I have just a bunch of cold looking blocks here, obviously, with the blue ice, the snow blocks here. I really wish, and I was super bummed, that I couldn't do the powdered snow in here, because once you throw powdered snow on top of water, it melts immediately. But I would have loved to have been able to plunge down into the powdered snow and, you know, get the little chilly effect that you do, and just have that little extra bit of ambiance in the cold plunge here. What is happening? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this stream. I think I know what's going on. There we go. We have fun here. I love this game. Anyway, next room here is the Tepidarium. As you might guess, tepid meaning warm. This is the warm bath. People would generally socialize here because this is the most comfortable room of the bathhouses. I will put like a little platform up here with some tables, some benches for people to hang out in, or hang out on, rather. And we'll definitely have to do a lot of decoration in here since most people hung out in here. The tepidariums were generally the most ornate, or the most like elaborately decorated types of areas within these bathhouses. But again, we're going to be focusing on decor and all that fun stuff later on down the road. So again, this is a very, very, very big build. I don't know if you could tell. But anyway, next room is the Caldarium. This is the hot bath. I had a lot of fun designing this one. I've got some soul sand, obviously, here to make it look bubbly. I've got some campfires underneath to, you know, help put off the idea that, yeah, this is a steamy type of room. Whoop. I also waterlogged these slabs in the ceiling here, just to kind of give off the illusion that, you know, this is a steamy room and there's condensation kind of building up on the ceiling. And I thought that was kind of a fun idea, just like a little fun touch. Aren't you condensating? I threw a ton over here the other day. Okay, there you go. I just had to get closer, apparently. And then over here, there's a lot of work to be done. There's so much work to be done. Basically, these bathhouses were put into two separate symmetrical areas. Well, not necessarily symmetrical. The men's side tended to be better than the women's side for the most part. I don't know, something inequality in ancient Roman times. What? No way. But we're going to be keeping both sides the same. We're going to have an equal opportunity bathhouse, and people can enter whatever side they want in my bathhouse. You can have your best friend take a bath with you. That sounds weird, but you can do it if you want to anyway. But we are going to be working on this side today. And I should probably mention, I'm just going to cheat a key because I'm lazy. But I am working on a few towers out here. They're going to be mostly comprised of these quartz blocks, the bone blocks, just for like a little extra shading and shadowing. And then we're going to have these big kind of copper domes on top that are also going to be overgrown. It's going to be a lot of work. And I've got the ceiling in. I threw like a little bit of shadowy bits behind the towers as well. My intention was to have basically a light source kind of in this area, like here, right where I'm kind of floating. But I kind of leaned into that. I had a lot of fun doing that in my Halloween build, so I wanted to continue working on that. And you'll notice that the walkways underneath here are also shadowy, darker than the palistra area that's out here, a lot brighter. And I think it works. I think the shadowing or like, you know, playing with the light and everything worked really well in this instance. No, I think that's good. You know, let's take a quick walk around the exterior as well, because there's actually a decent amount of work that went into here. Yeah, you can see little bamboo shoots. You just put a string on top of them, they see a little bamboo shoot. I think that's really cool. I don't see a lot of people working with, you know, baby blocks, essentially. I did that with the I think it's the petropods over in my main base as well. I'm going to fly over here really quick so you can see what I mean. It shouldn't take too long. But if you place a string over some petropod plants, of course I did that. Of course I did it again. You have these, this is like, I think like the second or third stage, right before it grows into a petropod, which is 2 blocks tall. It will grow into this, and they look like giant turnips, which I love. So I wanted this little house right here to have some beets and some giant turnips. Why do I hear lava in my base? Maybe it's the music. Maybe I'm just going nuts. Either way, we're going to head back over here and check this out really quick. Got a bunch of little golem statues along the side as well. I built these trees. I wanted to have trees out here, and I think I'm going to put quite a few more out here, but this is just more of a proof of concept. I did not want to build custom trees. Custom trees are a lot of work. They're kind of my nemesis in this game, and I have just a very bad time with them overall. So I came up with this little method kind of just to make vanilla trees look a little bit better without putting in a bunch of work, because growing just a regular vanilla tree, they don't look great. They have flat sides. They're like full on one side and then just completely cubical on others. So I think this one tree maybe took me like 10-15 minutes versus, you know, hours of designing and gathering materials and actually building a full custom tree. This was way easier, and it's going to be way easier to put a ton of them around the area. I think I think I might do a short on how I built these trees. I haven't seen anybody, really explicitly spell out how to, do one of these kind of quick and dirty, like custom vanilla-esque hybrid trees. So, maybe I'll put a short out there within the next couple of days on how I went about those. But it was super easy. And like I said, like 15, 20 minutes per tree versus hours. So I'm going to actually grab my bed. Yep. Be an EP little guy really quick. That's what you do. And I'm actually going to take this with me this time. We're going to do some building today. We are going to work on this portion of the bathhouse. I'm just going to lay this down. And the nice thing about these bathhouses, or at least from what I've seen, in images and stuff, is that mostly the interiors were fairly similar. So I've kind of had this block palette here of tough spruce. That's wrong. We're just going to keep it there. Mud, granite, and brick/terracotta. And I've kind of kept the walls throughout the same and the floors throughout the same. I don't imagine they had a means of globally sourcing different materials in ancient Rome. I don't know. I'm not a history woman. I'm an electronics gal. I could be completely wrong. The ancient Romans were pretty smart and pretty advanced for their times. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Again, I've just done maybe 50 to 1 hour's worth of research on this entire thing. And I just wanted to build it because I think it's neat. So, let's go ahead, and I'm not going to blab anymore. That's a lot. I'm going to blab plenty. And we are going to just start building this. So I'll just do it layer by layer. And of course, I don't have any of the blocks for the first layer set. So let's see. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26. Dark prismarine. Did I not? I meant to, close this off because I didn't want... This wall wasn't here. This wall wasn't here about 15 minutes ago. I built this because I didn't want the first thing for people to see being this, because it's a giant mess. I will admit that. Where's my... did I leave my stone cutter upstairs as well? I'm so good at streaming, guys. I'm so good at this video game. Yes, I did. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. I have to walk the dogs and, eat breakfast and get ready for the stream prior. And with my silly little ADHD brain, I'm like, oh, I have plenty of time. And of course I didn't. Never do. There's never enough time. That's the trick. Actually, you know what? I think... I think I actually changed this from the original schematic. I did. Because these are tough stairs now. That's okay. We'll fix it. Fix it, it will be fine. Maybe I will... Configuration menu. Show all layers. Originally, I had... this. Apparently in the schematic I actually changed it on one side, because I remember I was testing this out, but I don't think I carried all the changes over to the final schematic for some reason. But yeah, originally I had all the pillars brick and with I think a tough stair at the bottom, but going through the design but taking it over here to survival mode, I was looking at it again and thought that it looks a little too samey, so I went ahead and changed it up on the fly, and I think the new design looks a lot better. Let's see, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fixed, polished upstairs. It's gonna be grumpy at us. I don't care. It. Plop. 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 I love this game. I love just vibing with it. That's so weird. What do I have going on here? I'll go turn that off a second. It's just stuff. And then I put the mangrove shelves on here. You're tough enough. Do. I am tough enough. I'm not. I have the courage of like a sickly Victorian boy. And the constitution of one too, apparently. You know, I am going to put that back. There we go. And then I'll have less blocks in my inventory, even though inventory management is my passion. Yep. Okay, are we all tough? We're not toughed yet. I'll take this. There we go. Okay. Man, so what is new in the world right now? At least in my world, I don't want to think about the big overarching world of things right now. We're gonna keep it light. We're gonna keep it chill here today. It's gonna be really nice. So what is new? What is hip? What is happening? I hosted Thanksgiving last week. My husband and I did, and I think we killed it. I think we killed Thanksgiving. We had turkey, we had stuffing, the gravy, the potatoes. Of course, our friends also brought a bunch of delicious, delicious food. They also brought deviled eggs, which was a problem. So good. I'm gonna go copy off of myself again. Pardon me. I need so many shelves. I'm just going to assume that this is the case. But yes, we had all the accoutrements. One of my friends made a pumpkin tiramisu, which was very extra and very delicious. It was a huge hit, and I loved it. Yeah. Well, my blockies. I hope so. There we go. Need shelf. Did that disappear? It sure did. I've been having an issue where I will... Oh, it just like teleported. It did a little bit of an Omayo wa Shinderu action. God, I'm such a nerd. What's wrong with me? Let's layer up. Okay. Let me go some little stairs. I'll pop them over here. But yes, Thanksgiving was very, very successful. 10 out of 10. We'll do it again next year. Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. We'll just hide that. Here we go. Man, what else is new? I have a list of topics because I'm a weirdo. And I don't know what to talk about normally. I'm very quiet and wouldn't you believe it, I am an introvert, despite how much I kind of yap. Ah, goodness. But yeah, what else is new? I have most of my Christmas shopping done. I've heard rumor that one of my friends, I was just about to say that I was going to say what I got one of my friends, but she told me on Thanksgiving that she actually watches my streams. She just dropped that kind of low key. And, you know, shelf, yes, shelf parkour. There we go. I'm not going to follow my own blueprint. Heck it. I don't know what I'm doing in general. What makes me think of that? I knew what I was doing in the past. But yeah, one of my friends just low-key kind of dropped. She's just like, oh, one of my friends makes music and it sounds very similar to the music that you have on your streams. And I was just like, wait, you watch my streams? She's like, yeah, I'm subscribed to you. And this friend doesn't play Minecraft at all, but I thought it was very, very sweet that she just watches my streams, even though she's not, you know, necessarily into the game. So, friend, you know who you are. I'm not going to name you. But if you're watching, hello, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'll see you in the dungeon of the Mad Mage. Ooh. Okay, where am I? What am I doing? And other questions I ask myself. Okay, basalty. I am basalty. This is fun. But yeah, I got most of my Christmas shopping done. I need to get my parents' shopping done. Got friends shopping done, which feels really good because we spend Christmas with friends. because I do not live anywhere near my parental units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 4 is 20 stairs. Love it. Can blit. Love it, love it, love it. Muy bien. I have been, speaking of muy bien, I have been doing Duolingo lately, and no, I don't want to brag, but I have a 23-day streak going, and it's been going okay. Sony, do it. I have a bunch of messages retracted. Well, hello. Well, thank you for joining the stream. Neon Fire. Oh, hey, Neon. Hi, welcome to the stream. I have never seen shulker boxes organized that way. Well, you know, the thing is, I don't normally do this either. Since this project was such a large scale, this was actually on the ground, but I had to move it to get into this room over here. But yeah, typically I don't organize my shulker boxes like this. I both color coded and put the little items on the item frames outside. And sorry, I'm just a little bit of a mess. There we go. OBS. Can we? There we go. Gravy. All. Actually, know it. Just do YouTube. And okay, there we go. Sorry. OBS likes to reset my settings, and I don't appreciate that. But yeah, anyway, I don't normally organize my shulker boxes like this. Again, with a project of this scale, I really wanted to stay as organized as I can because it does take a lot of time to sort through shulkers and the like. Are we in danger here? Just a little bit. I'm gonna place that on a furnace. There we go. Sniper Speed 44 says, hello, how's going? It's going great. Thank you very much for joining the chat. Right now we are working on this Roman-esque style bathhouse. I say Roman-esque because I am not a history person. I just think that Roman architecture is it's very neat. So that is what I am working on today. I have half of the bathhouse already built, where I'm just making it symmetrical on either side. You know, slight preview. This is a slight spoiler. This is what the room that we're working on is going to look like. But yeah, it is going to be a really, really neat project. I've been working on this between design and gathering materials and placing blocks and all of that for about a month now. It has been a project. This, I think, how many blocks did this have? About 43,000 blocks? Something like that. Checked out your couple of streams. You're doing a good job. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. I do my best. I'm not a professional streamer. I'm just a human being playing video games and apparently not doing it very well. There we go. Yeah. Oh. No block left behind. Come back. Keep it up, by the way. Oh, thank you. I will. Or at least I'll try to. I want to start streaming more consistently. I don't have a whole lot going on right now, but streaming is not super easy for me. I am, as I mentioned earlier, a bit of an introvert. Place the block in the proper spot, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I am a bit of an introvert, and so it's kind of difficult for me to, actually, you know what? I think what I have done here is wrong. There we go. Then that term will be wrong. I think I need mangrove planks there. I swapped up designs on the fly, so trying to remember exactly what I did without trying to, you know, reference the other room too much, but I'm pretty sure. No. God. Of course, with people in the chat, finally. Now I'm playing like a buffoon. What are you? You're bricks. Don't want you there. That was the old design. We go up that in there. Okay. I don't know if anybody else. Wow. I really like Matica. I love being able to transfer blocks very quickly from a creative build to a survival world build. But sometimes I have issues differentiating what's good and what's not. Big Leagues will be calling you soon. What will you do? Tell you what, if the big leagues call, I'll be there to answer. I'll be very nervous the entire time, but I'll be there. I'll show up. I totally will. That would be hilarious. A girl can dream. A girl can dream of being a professional Minecraft streamer. Will it happen? Very likely not. Will I be there if it happens? Of course. Of course, I'm in. That right? That does seem right. But yeah, you know, like I said, a girl can dream. A girl can dream of being a professional Minecraft YouTuber. A girl can dream of being on Hermitcraft. Will the dream come true? No. I guess not with an attitude like that. You know what? Heck it, Hermitcraft, here I come. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let's see. I want 20 of these. Faster for me to go the other way, but you know, fingers crossed. Thank you. You'll do it if you're consistent, though. Yeah, that's the thing. And I guess like at this point in my life, I'm a huge Hermitcraft fan too. Oh my god, yeah, they are an inspiration. Like honestly, they like this is gonna sound lame because I mean like I'm sure this is the case for a lot of like, you know, novice like people who stream Minecraft, myself included. But yeah, you know, they are a big influence as to, ooh, there's that block, as to why I actually, you know, am doing this. They seem like they have a lot of fun. I do really like playing Minecraft. I have ADHD, so I get into, you know, a ton of, what's the word I'm looking for? Hobbies. And then I just end up dropping them. And I have like a ton of the supplies and everything. Like my craft room is just a mess. I have like soldering equipment and colored pencils and paintings and sewing notions and all sorts of stuff. And I just tend to pick up hobbies and drop them. And with Minecraft, it's so nice because I'm actually able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Do art and, you know, flex those artistic muscles without having to go out and purchase a bunch of supplies, and they don't leave, you know, a whole bunch of, they don't take up a lot of space. It's all on the computer. Yeah, ADHD does that. Absolutely. Hi, Skulk. Welcome to the stream. I did see you say hi earlier, but I got going on a tangent. I got going on a yap time. I'm pretty sure this layer is more shelves. More shelves. I'm gonna regret this. Here we go. Yep, more shelves. We'll put this here. Yeah, and so then, like, and you get, especially in survival mode, you do have to work to get your materials. I could just be building in creative, and I did for a while. I have a very early shelf betray me. I have a very early set of videos where I'm going through building and designing a monochromatic or an achromatic creative build, and it was fun and everything, and it was like really nice to flex the those design process muscles, but at the same time there was no challenge because every single block was at my disposal. Using physical supplies does bring a different satisfaction though. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying this to brag, but because this is my actual degree, I am an electrical engineer, and I do love soldering. I love tinkering with circuits. I love putting all of that type of stuff together, so I completely understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4 is still 20. That's not divisible by 6. That makes me kind of sad. We'll have to go 24. Actually, I'm gonna check and see. Real quick, if I got any existing shelves. Nope. 23, 24. I love the new shelf blocks. It kind of bumps me out that you have to make 6 of them at a time. Yep. Do that. Wow, what a brag. Yeah, no. Oh, electrical engineer here. New favorite trick. You gotta save your, my hands are off of my keyboard and mouse. You gotta save your clicks where you can, especially with big builds. I'm so lazy. It doesn't get every single one, though. 19 plus 5 is 24. 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, I do love tinkering. All that. By the way, DR support streamers. Okay, I have some cool suggestions for your channel. If you don't mind, can I have your Discord? Yeah, sure. It's my name. It's Samazon Rex. It's me. It's not Samazon Rex 07. I do also own the Samazon Rex channel, but I don't recall what the name and password is, or like what the password is. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Twitch support wasn't very helpful on that, so I just made another one. It was much easier. Yeah. But yeah, I'm on there. I'm open to chat on Discord. Try to sell me something. I probably won't take it. Just a heads up, I am, but I'm putting it nicely, I am between jobs right now, is how you're supposed to word it. Again, I am an electrical engineer. There have been a lot of layoffs in tech lately, unfortunately. And I am subject to that. But you know what it is, Yeah, well, yeah, it's so funny right now. Yeah, it's just at the risk of, like being a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, like it's been kind of rough lately for the old mental health, because you do the tasks, you get the degree, is this a slab? It is. Dang it. You do the tasks, you get the degree, and it's just like, oh, it's such a stable position and all of that. And like, it wasn't. And this does happen quite often in tech. Still sucks though. Still kind of sucks, but again, it's like it is what it is. I'll go to sleep now. Good luck on the stream. Thank you, Neon. Thank you for joining. That was very sweet of you. I hope you have a lovely night and a good sleep and all that. How did this happen? That's fine. Oh, goodness. And then, yeah, make sure I don't place on the furnaces. Hi, but not in caps. Hi, Aegis. One of my favorite other builders here on the Astraea SMP server. By the way, if you are looking to join a very, very cool public Minecraft server, the Astraea SMP server is open to the public. I don't think I'm able to put a description down in chat. Just sent the request. Please check it. I will do so after the stream. But yeah, I'll check it out. I need at least 2 more trapdoors. I don't think I have any. Ow. We could just collide into the side of the table. That's fine. Whoop. What's wrong? Oh, do I not have any stairs? I think I'm out of stair. Let me just crash down on the floor again. Hey, I'm not going to sleep. Honestly, I'm gonna be a good server citizen. I could just fall out of bed while doing it. That is one of my new favorite things to do, is to try to approach the bed as quickly as possible and then sleep and then see how far I can bounce out of it. It's just the little things in life. I love that in a video game I can do that. How many stairs do I need? 1 stair, 2 stair, red stair, blue stair? No, just 2. I'll get back up there. Can you check it? You know what? I'll check it really quick just for you. I do not see any message requests. I don't know if I have Twitch messaging open, or if you feel comfortable just dropping yours in here, and if so, then I can connect with you later on. Nope. One block left behind, but only for a second. Okay. I'm gonna regret this. That's a bad thing about completing a build, is like if I fall out of the walls or whatever, it's so much harder to get back in. Okay, I think the main structure of the room is done, which means I'm going to need not these anymore. Get out of my inventory. We'll need those. And then the ceiling blocks are comprised of diorite. 2, 3, 4 times, that's 12 plus 8. I'm so glad that, let's see. I needed, wait. I'm really good at this. Send a request of Samazon Rex. Yeah, it should just be Samazon Rex, at least I'm pretty sure it is. You, yep, capital S Samazon, capital R Rex. Or maybe try all lowercase, who knows? Oh, wait, notifications. Yep, okay, as of 4 minutes ago, it was sent to the correct person. Okay. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna grab some lodestones. And you know what, I'm just gonna grab a bunch of diorite. 12 smooth, 8 not smooth. Which means 6 smooth will give me 12. And then 4 of those, because it's doubled. There we go. Next layer is going to be, oh, this, I guess. Because I'm gonna grab all these. Yeah, this build was really nice because again, it got to flex like those really nice design muscles. I've never really built stuff with a lot of like circles and archways like this, but I am very happy with how this has turned out so far, except for when that happens. I should have done all this first before starting on the towers, but you know what? Yeah, you learn. You learn by doing. That's how it be. I do learn something every single build that I do, and I always try to do something new on each build as well. Like on my Halloween build, I don't know if I actually have my Halloween build featured on Twitch. I do have a whole episode of it on YouTube if you are interested in watching that. But I did a lot of armor stand work, did a lot of play with light and shadow and the like, and I think that turned out really nice. I like your builds. Well, thank you, Skulk. I appreciate it. I need to come over and check out your base. I need to be like a little less non-social. I guess it's a word for it. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Hold on. 1 second. I'm gonna get copyright strike for that. I need to find that I got copyright struck previously. This song. I'm traumatized. Removed from this playlist. Okay, there we go. That's another kind of fun thing about, you know, doing YouTube is going through the entire process of like, what's gonna get me a copyright strike? And then yelling at the robots or essentially into the void, because a lot of the times the AI will just be wrong. It will be completely wrong. And it's just like, oh, I don't have to deal with this. It'll be like, you have this song for like, and it's like 20 minutes into your video. And I'm like, that's not the song at all. And now I have to do research and be like, hi, I have the Creative Commons license for this song. And like stress out about that. I'm like, I know like I'm not gonna get demonetized because you can't. Where's the like I'm doing I'm pointing at my brain like the meme man, and I'm like, oh, you can't get demonetized if you don't make any money off of your content. But you know, you don't want that blemish or whatever on your channel. So you know, I still have to fight it. And you do, I think, if you end up with 3 different copyright strikes, then they like ban you from YouTube or something. And like, and I know I'm not making any money off of this, and that's fine. I like making content. I like editing videos a lot. Actually, I have a lot of fun doing it. I have never done it before, and I was so intimidated and so scared to do it. But I really like the editing process a lot. And now I can't get into my own creation. Now I've done it. Okay. I'm getting lost in my own build. This is incredible. I don't think it's the fact that I have made a very large, incredible build. I think it's just the fact that I tend to get lost very easily. I need 2 of these. There we go. Yeah, what else is new around here? Should be plenty tall. I think this will be it. Yeah! Check it out! 1 room done. I do have... Hold on, I'm gonna cross-reference my work really quick. Aha! Yeah, no, not done quite yet. Guess I did a goob. That's what I get for designing on the fly. No! That's what I get! I think... Yeah, come here. Then you go here. Find the shelf. You go... I think this was supposed to be... I think that was supposed to be a... What am I doing? It looks like a nice build. Thank you. If only I knew how to actually build it. Where'd that go? Is it... I'm gonna cheat. Okay, yeah, it's back there. Let me in. Let me in! Fine. We'll go around. No block left behind, but only sometimes. Here we go. I want all my scaffolding. You. My goodness. Okay. Then we gotta knock this out. I'm sure this is just riveting content to watch right now. It's just me struggling. That's me every day, though. It's the ADHD. Just blame it. I'll just blame it on the acronyms. It'll all be fine at the end of the day. Damn it! Every time. Every time. There we go. And now... all shelves in. You're incorrect. Good. We'll check it this way. Yes. Okay. Now we're done. Now we're done with this room. At least without, this wall right here. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. I think we're gonna skip this room for now. Okay, cool. I am recording with flashback. Because this room's boring. I want to keep it cool for the stream. I want everybody to think that I build really cool stuff and not just like literal waiting rooms. But like, funny story, it's too much work to pull up the diagram. If you want, I'll have a the diagram of what of like the Stabian baths, what the sorry, I'm getting really excited and it's my ADHD talking right now. I can't form any sentences, but I based the layout of this build on the Sapient Baths, which were in Pompeii. I covered this earlier. And behind the Apoditarium, the changing rooms. Oh, you know what? I did forget some stuff in here. I need the shelving. But I based these off of already existing floor plans IRL. And I need 20 of these. 18. Sorry, multitasking is very difficult. Yeah, I based these off of an actual place, like the layout of it, the design and all of that. And I was just like, well, I don't know what to do with this kind of small space right here. I'll just make it like a little waiting room or whatever for, you know, if people are waiting for their friends to get changed in the changing room, then, you know, they have somewhere to hang out that's like a little more quiet, a little more private while they wait to go into the baths with their friends. And then as I continue designing this, I'm like, that seems like kind of a stupid idea. Like, why would anybody have a waiting room outside of a changing room? And so I'm like, well, what did they actually have? Because in the diagram, they had like a small little room outside of the changing room. Sorry, I'm going to reference myself again. But they had a small little room outside of the changing room like this. And I'm like, well, what was the actual purpose of this room? What does it do? The original diagram I had wasn't very detailed at all. So I did a little bit more research, and it turns out that, yeah, it was like another waiting room outside of the changing room. For real. And so I thought that was funny. I just kept overthinking it, and turns out I was right. Maybe I have the brain of a Roman architect, who knows. Okay, all the shell faces are facing inward. A 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Shelf 3, 4, 5. Shelf 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Back in the box with you. Okay. Let's move on to this room right here. This will be the Frigidarium. This is the cold plunge room. In case you weren't here while I was... First of all, I'm going to sleep. But in case you weren't here when I started the stream, each of the kind of rooms in the bathhouse with the different baths typically had different temperatures for different reasons. The Frigidarium, which fridge might imply is cold, is a cold style of room. You know what, now that I actually have people in here, I'll do a really quick walkthrough of the other rooms. I'm going to turn this off while we do so. Yes, Apoditarium, changing room. These are armor stands down here with the legs. I wanted some fancy kind of marble benches in this room, so I have placed these in here and then placed these walls as the legs. I thought that turned out really nice. Waiting room outside of the Apoditarium. I'll throw more benches and stuff in here. And again, I'm going to be doing like decorations and all of that later on. I just wanted to get the build down. We'll add the details later. This is the Frigidarium. I am very disappointed that I can't have powdered snow here, because I would love to come down here and plunge and have the little shivery cold effect or whatever, just for like that extra bit of immersion. But, you know, it is what it is with Mojang. This is the Tepidarium. This is the warm bath. Most people would hang out in here because it was the most comfortable room of the entire bathhouse. So I'm going to put, I think, like a little platform over here at a later date. It's going to have benches for people to sit at, maybe some tables. And then I got to do a ton of decorating in here, because as this was the, you know, room that people hung out in these bathhouses, they were the most elaborately decorated. So they had a lot of like mosaics and like carvings and stuff in the walls. So I'm gonna have to go crazy with decorating this room. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then this, I think this is my favorite room of the build. This is the Caldarium. This is the hot bath. I really enjoy how just hot this entire bath looks. I was able to place a bunch of campfires underneath these blocks here to be like, oh, you know, this is a nice little steamy bath. We got some bubbles here from the soul sand, and a fun little detail here is that I waterlogged these slabs in the ceiling here to help, you know, kind of portray like, oh, this is a hot room, there's steam building up, there's condensation hitting the ceiling and then dripping back down. It's not super noticeable, but, you know, I thought it was a fun little detail. And then over here, it's not done yet, but down here will be a furnace room. So for the two kind of heated baths, the caldarium or the caldarium and the tepidarium, they had this system of heating the floor underground, and I'm not going to build the entire thing, but they had basically big furnaces that would circulate heat underneath the floors. That was called a hypocaust, and that was something that the ancient Romans invented. So the floors were warm, the walls were pretty warm, and this also helped heated the baths as well. So I'm going to build a couple of big furnaces in this room with a bunch of fire and fuel and all of that, and then just kind of the entrance of the hypocaust system over here, indicating like, yeah, the heat and everything is going in this way towards the caldarium, towards the tepidarium. Tepidarium is, yeah. I'll put like another hole like over here somewhere. I'm not gonna, it's not gonna be like a 1-for-1 like total recreation of a Roman bath, but it's gonna be like kind of my take on it, and yeah, it's gonna be real fun. Second, we do. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to this here. Like I did earlier. Oh, gotta turn placement back on. I did not grab the blocks that I needed. There we are. This is room. It's not too bad. And I know I could just do easy place. Easy place is allowed on the server. Like, I know I could just be like, blah, 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 but I don't like to do that. I actually kind of like to place the blocks. I think it's real fun. It's really relaxing. Especially when you got really relaxing music. So this is not normally the music that I play or listen to while playing Minecraft. I have a specific playlist called Fun Noises that I enjoy listening to, and I would love, love, love to be able to play that in the background. Seems very samey. I'm going to swap it up. But I can't, alas, I cannot, at the risk of upsetting Mr. Algorithm and, you know, getting yet another copyright strike. I wish I could contact every artist that I love and be like, hi, can I play your music on my tiny itty bitty YouTube channel? Thanks. That would be really cool, but again, it's a lot of work. And I'm sure a lot of them would say no or want money, which is well within their right, because people deserve money for their art. Call me crazy. A phone. Alright, I do have my Discord notifications on just in case my my husband decides that he wants to chat. It's call me crazy. I do really like my husband. I'm gonna go grab some oak logs really quick though. He has been here on, or he was here on the server there for a while, and then he really got into acclaimed award-winning MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, which I tried to. I don't know if there is anybody out there that's really playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm sure there are, because, you know, millions of people are playing that game every single day. And I just could have, that's not a lie. I could get into it. I got into one of the expansions called Stormblood, and then it was just a little too samey for me, so I just stopped playing. And apparently I stopped playing right before it got really good. Let's see. 4. Sorry, I'm going to cheat and count my braziers. It's 4 braziers, 4 times 4 is 16. Which is not divisible by 6. That makes me sad. I'm gonna be putting these jungle shelves on here really quick. But yeah, he's been doing something called the Palace of the Dead, which is just like apparently a huge 200 level floor dungeon. And people apparently have issues with it, like going in there as a party. He's been soloing it, and he got on like his like server leaderboard, and like honestly, I don't know what a lot of this stuff means. But despite that, I am proud of him because that's like not a thing that very many people have done. I think he said like something along the lines of like only 3,000 people have done this dungeon solo, which sounds like a lot of people, but in terms of the fact that there are millions and millions of players of millions and millions of people that play Final Fantasy XIV, I'm stuck in my own creation. But yes, lots of people play game, and the fact that lots of people play game and low number of people have done this task, that's pretty cool. I'm proud of him. But I think he's taking a break from that for now because apparently the higher level floors take a bunch of concentration, and then there's like RNG involved, and it's apparently very stressful. And so he's like, I'm going to take a break from that. I'm secretly trying to convince him to get back into Minecraft for a little bit. He really enjoys building farms, which I do too, but he's very, very good at it. He is a redstoner through and through, and he likes finding new ways to redstone things and making interesting little farms and all that. 3, 6, 9, 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is this song? I like it. Got a little bit of a jazzy guitar. Hello. It sounds a little RPG-y. Sorry for pausing the game so I can look at a song, but you know, welcome to the tag. One of the tags, to be fair, did say ADHD streamer. Should also say complete newbie and just does whatever she wants. Just a little chaos gremlin. Hashtag chaos gremlin. We're still using hashtags. I use them in my, description for the stream. I don't know if I should or not. I don't know if that's still like an actual thing. But you know what? Hashtag chaos gremlin. You get what you get when you listen to Samazon Rex. Yeah, I know you're just listening. You're not necessarily watching. And you know what? That's fine. Sometimes you just want background noise. I'll watch, like, the hermits and everything, like when they stream on Twitch or whatever. I usually just have them on the background while I am doing a build. And sometimes that confuses me because I'll hear a noise on their stream and I'm just like, oh no, I'm going to die. Yep. Oh. Oh. Out of block? Out of block? Surf spruce wood. Ah, lame. Actually, no, I think I might have some ready to go. Just for this instance. Because I didn't want to have to make a whole bunch of spruce wood on the fly, because it's kind of annoying. There we go. Beep. Hup. I know. It's so stupid. It's so silly, but you know, I love it. I love bouncing out of the bed and seeing how far I could get. If I weren't indoors and I could use my elytra, I would totally be doing that too. I'd be wasting rockets trying to see how far I could bounce. That's the type of pro gamer I am. Lovely. How we doing over here? Okay, need red shelf. Let me just put the red shelf back that I needed. There we go. Ah, yes, red shelf. I'm gonna have to say, shelf, one of my new favorite blocks. One of my new favorite blocks in terms of functionality, in terms of, like, design. Being able to, you know, the fact that you can throw out a redstone signal and it just changes it just very slightly. Very cool. Very cool. Love it. Actually, I don't think I actually pointed this out at the start of the stream. I almost collided with the building. Anyway, out here, along the entire perimeter of the building, I have these jungle shelf blocks, and I have thrown levers behind each of these, every other one that has this kind of bigger open face. And it made this really nice alternating pattern along the side of the building. And yeah, it was a pain in the butt to install all of those levers and flip them and everything. But you know what? Look at that. That looks very, very cool. I'm so happy with how that turned out. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back inside. Don't collide with your build. Just did. Embarrassing. Might need more mangrove log while I'm out here. Hopefully I'm pretty sure I have enough for everything in this entire build. All of those shulker boxes over there are for this entire thing. Though I did forget to put the roof in over here yesterday. Wow, I really gooped this, huh? I was also watching my friends play video games while putting all of this up, so I probably messed up in a whole bunch of different places. But yeah, this is gonna look great once it's all said and done. I am very, very excited to get this installed. Okay, I'm going to actually count how many shelves I need total. That's 3, 4, 4 fallen whole. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm just going to do 18 and hope for the best, because I don't think I counted right. Don't fall in your build again. It's just so embarrassing to do that. Okay. I need 18. Oh. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Okay, shelf time. Oop. Okay. Yeah, I hope that's enough. I'll figure it out. If not, we have the materials. We have the means to make more. Okay. Whew. I've been watching a lot of anime lately. I usually talk about anime at least once per stream, because I'm a big ol' nerd. And I have some favorites from this season. I don't know if anybody else out there is watching seasonal anime. If anyone else is a huge nerd like I am. I need to stop saying that. Anime has become a lot more mainstream over the past few years. I'm just used to, you know, as an old, being called a nerd when I was a youther and liked anime, and now I'm an old and still like anime. You're watching Seasonal Skulk? Ah, very nice. I am watching Gachiakuda, which is a leftover from the previous season. Also watching, what else am I watching? Spy Family, of course. That's kind of the thing you watch when Spy Family's out. You watch Spy Family. What else am I watching? My Hero. It's the last season. They're pulling out all the stops. They're doing a very good job at it. So I kind of like lost interest during the like the sports tournament arc, because it was kind of a slog. I didn't care about like their cool powers and them showing it off. Like, yeah, it's neat and everything, but where's the villains? Where's the drama? Where's all of that? I'm going to use this for now. There we go. But, you know, they brought that all back for, you know, the final season. And I think that the world is interesting in terms of, like the quirks and everything, and how, like, messed up some of that stuff can get. And I liked those portions of My Hero. So I'm glad they brought that back for the final season. And I understand, like, you know, the creator probably wanted to be like, look at all these cool powers that all my little lads have. And I don't know, I couldn't get into it. It wasn't interesting enough for me. Don't fall in the hole. Don't fall in the hole. Yeah, Spy Family last season, it was okay. This season, it's a little bit more action-packed. Understand, like, kind of the whole concept of Spy Family is to, like, do the slice of life thing. But I do like it when they, you know, go into the, like, the whole spy thriller portion of it too. And then, yeah, Gotcha Kuda, which is another leftover from the previous season. Came out of nowhere. Very good. If you aren't watching it, I would highly, highly recommend that you watch Gotcha Kuda. Actually, do I need... Oh, this can stay moss. There. And how many... Oh, so many. So many shelf. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... 16. $32. I'm just gonna make a stack of shelves. That's how we're gonna deal with this situation. I just hope that that is enough. Oh yeah, and then another one I'm watching, which is finally picking up traction, is called Gnosia. It's Gnosia. Very good. Basically, if you read the synopsis, and like that's probably why people haven't watched it, but it's basically like Among Us in space. Wait, I think Among Us takes place in space. It's a little bit more complicated in that, in terms of like roles, and it like kind of like dives into the logic and everything behind why the characters choose to do what they do, and like the choices and everything that they make. And the characters like on the ship or whatever are actually very interesting. They're very cool characters, and minor spoilers for the show, one of the plot devices in there is like in order to win, essentially, is that the main character has to get to know every single crew member. So with that, you know, the writers of the game, because this is actually based off of a video game, like a visual novel, if you know, you have to get to know your characters, you have to make them interesting. So it's very fun to see that. I'm gonna borrow these. I think I want all the corners to be kind of consistent. Actually, what did I do in this other room? I'm gonna steal for myself again. Okay, yeah. No. Okay, the short corners had... Yeah, the short corners had it. Okay, great. Ow. But yeah, if you aren't watching Gnosia, I believe it's going to be 21 episodes. Oh, holy moly. I forgot that I made tea right before I went to stream. It's been seeping for an hour, 15 minutes. And once you know it, it's cold and it's oversteeped. It's not good. Now I feel bad for wasting the tea leaves. Ooh, shelf parkour. Actually, you know what? What's this? There, you go here, because I want... You can't put, actually, you know what? That does belong here. Dibbies. Double dibbies. Okay, I'm gonna have to place all these here. You know what? At least just the one. Oh, here. I love this. This is one of the things I love about shelf blocks. Okay, then I wanted these in the small corners. I do love that you can just walk on top of them. I feel that there's going to be some very interesting parkour mechanics with shelves. Short by 2, aren't I? And I know it dropped one. Ow. Double dippies. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yay. Now I don't have to do any more of that junk. I can just place blocks like a madman. Yeah. Ow. Layer done. Okay, let me double check this. Okay, yes, I wanted... So we can't do connecty corners with the shelves. We can't have angles in this game, full 90-degree angles. We can't have 45s. It's not allowed. At least interior 45-degree angles. But okay, good. All on the short side. I'm doing what I can with what I got. Placement back on. Placement on. Layer up. Sorry, I don't know why I went like a shonen protagonist there. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm just happy to be here. I'm gonna need more of these though. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blat. Okay, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have any in my box of tricks? No. Why would I have something so nice? Is it in the blue box or in the light box? 8, 7. Gonna regret grabbing only what I need, I bet. But otherwise I do fill up my inventory and it's kind of a pain in the butt. Man. How do I get anything done in this freaking game? Like, seriously. Oh, it's incredible. How did I build this? How did I get here? And other questions I ask myself every single day of my life. Yep. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no, I just... Okay, thank you for asking if she was good, because I was about ready to. Oh boy. You need help? I miss the scaffolding block. me every day. I feel that in my bones. Okay. What do I need? I need slabby. Need so many slabby. 12 slabby. Don't try to hit scaffold, shift, fall, damage, cancel ever again. That sounds way too skillful for me. Okay, 12 slabby. How many trapdoor? 2, 4, 5 times 2 is 10. That's called math. I need more. Need more this one. How many? Don't know. Too much math. But I'm sure I will use them. Nope, not that one though. Please. 10. Great. Slabby, slabby, slabby. Trap, trap, trap. Door. Yep. Slabby, slabby, slabby. For you. Stair, you're probably configured like that. Oh, more need more shelf. Okay. One day I'll come into these builds prepared. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm so glad I got Swift Sneak for this build specifically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6? Just 6 then. Beautiful. 6 is divisible by 6. One more. It's not a foolproof method, but we'll chonk through most of them. All right. Back up bees. Put down on now. Oh, it didn't need brick there. Wasted material. That's fine. Okay. I think it's ceiling time. Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot. That is the technical term. Let me just try doing the same thing over and over again. That will help. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, cracked the code there. I should not have installed the ceiling first. I just wanted it for the what's it called? Can I do this maybe? No. I just wanted it for the video, for the thumbnail. Incredible. Here we go. Okay, let's try this. Oh. Smooth. Smooth. Debonair. Beautiful. Same thing over here. We got a placer block. Yep. No. Agar, you're also stairs. Not stairs. Plank. Your plank. And I am exhausting. Just an exhausting. I'm tempted to just break out the ceiling. I'm breaking out the ceiling. Just for a minute. We'll come back. We'll take care of that later. Right now, I just want to build my build. I want to enjoy my time. Not have to deal with punching a bunch of wool. Whoop. I almost fell down, dude. Breaking the ceiling. Okay, I gotta go up there and do a bunch of work later anyways. This is fun. Okay. No. Yippee. Here we go. Take care of that in a minute. Then the final lad. Thank goodness. Okay. I have a bad feelings about the ceiling in here. A real bad feeling. Real bad feeling about the ceiling. I don't know how I didn't take damage from that. Today's lesson learned is to do your interiors first before installing the ceiling. On my own build again. Let's sleep. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I just completely just ignored that entire beam right here. Gonna take care of this really quick. Yep. There we go. Okay, now I got a really bad feeling about the next layer, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay. Oh! Okay, as long as we play it cool, as long as we play it smart, I think we should be able to get this in. Relatively okay, at least. How many of each these? That's so many to count. I'm gonna guess and hope for the best. Hi, Sam High School. Hey, Randy. Thanks for joining the stream. Working on my silly little bathhouse. There's so much diorite in my inventory. I need to actually... I'm gonna take a quick moment, quick little commercial break to reorganize, or attempt to. Oh, okay. Back in it. Watch. Okay. Let's head back up and learn our lesson about the ceilings and how you don't build them before, or you do these first before doing this bit. We're gonna have a lot of fun here. This is risky business here. Yeah? Okay, whew. I'm gonna get stuck in here, I bet. No, I'm not. Only a little bit. Okay, great. Then... I'm just gonna fall down completely. That's fine, too. Just use that. We'll build off of that. I'm so glad that lodestones are cheap now. Also really love the little sound that they make when you place a whole bunch of them next to each other. I'm definitely gonna have to go back and fill these in. And you know what? That's fine. Okay by me. I was not looking. I was not paying attention. I turned my eyes for just a brief little moment and I goobed. Go, okay. I get up here. Oh. Busting in from above, gang. Or not. How did I not take damage from that? Man, big lesson learned this week. No. This. Okay. Easy, 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 easy. I don't know why this is here. This is pillar. Ask Sam, what are you on about? Get in here. Here we go. Okay, great. Alright, I'm gonna need a lot more diorite. What, you mean that diorite that I just put away? Man. Ain't that just the way? 64. Yeah. There'll be more than I need for this particular room, but I will definitely use it in the later rooms. It might just be easier for me to swoop outside. Maybe. Do I have to? Can I even get outside anywhere? Oh, I don't think I can. Oh. Well, ain't this a pickle? Ah. Mercy. Heavens to Betsy. Good. Heckin' gravy. Okay. It's scaffolding time. This is fine. This is okay. Go there. No. You don't go there. You? Yeah. I'm just gonna have to do scaffolding the entire room. At least this latter half of it. Eat. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna need a break after this. Oh, I totally forgot. I just left off 2 whole layers of this room. Yeah, I definitely need a break after this. We'll take care of that shortly. I do. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna do that. Okay. Here's the game plan. Gonna finish up what we can on this side of the room. Then we'll break down this scaffolding. Use that. I could just also go and get more scaffolding. But also I'm kind of lazy. Or hyper-focused, I'm not sure. Why not both? Why not both? I do actually, yeah, I need to go get more scaffolding. We all lit down underneath here, looks like it. Okay. Don't need this in here. I can actually get out. Pretty easy. Okay. Look before you place. I go do on my break? Done a spawn tour pretty recently. It's almost done in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this entire room. Last bit is easy. Way easier than this. It's just like the mud layer and the granite layer. Okay, yeah. Inventory management is my passion. Stays. Stay, that's part of the stealing. You, and probably more of you. Go grab. Quick. Ooh. Uplifting beats. A little bit of hope core today. Really nice. Wow. Do not let me anywhere near a parkour course. Just please don't. For the sake of everybody here. For my embarrassment. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mess up the entire plan. We're gonna accidentally turn on shaders? No? Okay. I'm gonna do this. Do this. And then we're gonna do this. Still do need just like this half of the room really quick. That's terracotta brickies. Gonna make it easier to place those other blocks. Honestly. Right. Going, we're winning. One little row at a time. Use the toggle sprint, makes parkour easier. I do actually have toggle sprint on. I'm just bad at parkour. The problem. Maybe I should build a parkour course, or like try to find one out there and just maybe download it just to get better at it, because that is one kind of thing I struggle with in this game. I think that's between like that and redstone. I'm going to say that those are the things that I struggle on the most. Yeah. Oh. The O herd across the internet is just like, no, I am just that noob at parkour. If somebody wants to build a parkour course on the server, I will definitely be frequenting it. Just so I can, as the youths say, get good. Need all the help I could get. I don't know why, but this guitar riff, bad at it too. Yeah, maybe I will build a parkour course. I still have my llama-based PvP arena that I need to build, which reminds me I need to talk to Asumi when he's not taking life-changing tests to see if I can manage to get a couple of trader llamas out of him. Skulk, I know that you found me a couple, but I had like one single unlit block at my base. And like I had been living at that base for 6 months and everything was fine. And then I went to go show my husband all the work I had been doing. After he logged on after a while, I come back and those trader llamas are gone. A husk ended their existence. RIP in the chat to Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I am going to finish this room. I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish it. We're going to finish it up. So now I need to go find 2 more trader llamas or just ask Asumi, pretty please with sugar on top. Can I have some trader llamas? What's the border block in here? Is it dark prismarine slab? It is dark prismarine slab. A hot dog. I don't know how many I need. I'm gonna grab enough. Where's the ceiling box? Okay, good enough. Oops, misclick, yeah. Sometimes it just be like that. Not me all the time. The everything ever. Really like this elevator music. The ditty of it, like at the start for some reason, my brain so like this is No Scrubs by TLC. It's old man music now. How old? Hold on, quick internet search. TLC No Scrubs. 1999. It's old man music. It's me, I'm old man. I did really enjoy that song. The 90s are back. Maybe we'll hear it on the radio again. How? I'm just in shambles. We're just gonna ignore that for now. 2 layers of blue ice. This is how it be, right? Yes. Okay. Gonna throw these in these corners right quick. Pow, pow, pow. Do 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 da do do. And then do I? It's where it goes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, great. Do I use dark prismarine anywhere else? You know what? We'll start with this. I'm probably making too many. That's okay. I have access to other prismarine. Whole farm. This pickaxe is too powerful. And it upsets me sometimes. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Too much dark prismarine. Not enough dark prismarine. Okay. This is just user error. Blomp, 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 blomp. Much dark prismarine. Okay. Heck off. What you want? Yeah, I'm starting to get salty. I'm starting to get a little upsetty spaghetti. The build hangers kicking in. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you want? I bet I would have had... Oh no, I still have 12. I don't think that's going to be enough, but still. You know what? I'm going to... slip and slide around real quick. Oh, I thought I could ration it out. But I was too generous with the dark prismarine. Okay, I'm gonna turn off placement. Looking good, except for that. Please tell me I just have one single snow block. Do I not? What happened? Maybe I probably just placed it in the other pool. Just like put it underneath where another snow block was and like, oh, I'm fine. I have plenty of snow blocks. I don't. Typically when I do builds like this, I try to get what I need plus like a few extra. Just in case something exactly like that happens. Just a single snow block. Just a crumb. Just a morsel of snow. Back over here. Can't, oh wait, I can't get, oh wait, yeah! Enjoy that while that lasts. Pretty soon I won't be able to get in via the roof anymore. Blip! Why'd I do that? I need to get out. Okay. It's time for everybody's favorite thing. Minecraft water physics. Do I have buckets plural? I have singular bucket. This one goes with the prismarine because it's blue. How did I manage to do this without multiple buckets? Did see ice in there though. Try this. Gotta bust out Rick Max. Grab this. Otherwise I'll forget it and lose it again. Riveting gameplay. One more, hopefully. Not sourced yet. Ain't sourced. There we go. Lovely. I'm glad that the scaffolding stuck around. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. Okay, that is all done. I'll break this down real quick. Apparently, along with just, you know, the rest of the build by accident, this pickaxe is too powerful. You know, let me bust this down as well. Oh, wait, no, we're not quite done. I almost forgot the most important part. Doko. That's Japanese for where? I would know that on account of my 23-day Duolingo streak, wherein I am learning Japanese, German, and Spanish. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Just throw this on as a little treat. Just don't look at that. Just ignore that. Is your pickaxe over 9,000 in power level? Yeah, every time that happens, I crush my power reader in my hand. This is looking lovely. This looks great. I jump in the water. Heck yeah. Ignore this. Yeah, looking real nice in here. You know what, I think I'm gonna hop outside real quick. We'll show this off in shaders. I plan on doing this at the end of my episode, but I'm gonna do it now. For people who stuck around as a little treat, ignore that. Ignore that giant, white, incomplete monstrosity tower. Actually, use your theater of the mind and imagine that that beacon is gone, that there's stained glass in where this hole is right here, and there's a big copper dome. And then there's two smaller towers on either side. This is going to look absolutely lovely once it's all done. But you know what? I think with that, I'll go tree doing over here. I'm gonna go. It's probably a lush cave down there. I think with that, actually, I am going to end today's stream. Normally, I do 2 hours, but yeah, it's been about an hour and a half. If I started, wait, no, hold on. I started at 11 my time. It's going on 1 my time. That's 2 hours. I could do math. Anyway, thank you for joining today's stream. I keep forgetting to, tell people to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to do so, especially if you like what you see. Be sure to hit the like button as well. Otherwise, I'm going to get up in your face about it, apparently. But yeah, as always, take care. Thank you for watching, and we will see you hopefully next week. I do want to try to get on a better streaming schedule, all that type of stuff. Thank you again so much, and take care. And again, we will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.